I'm recording, so go ahead.
Welcome into the second weekend here in the FBA. Game one of our doubleheader features two of the best teams that the FBA has to offer, the Florida Flight and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. We're playing up here in Alachua County, up near Gainesville in a little bit northern Florida. Welcome in, everyone. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey. Alvin, good to have you here with me. Two teams that are very different in their build and complexity. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks, a newer expansion team that we have found here in the FBA, and the Florida Flight, the reigning champions of both the FBA Winter League for the 2021 season, and they were the FBA champions back in the 2019 season. Obviously, the 2020 season did not happen. The ball is live, and it is won by the Flight, going right to left. Here's Brandon Moss, who just got back from Chile, dumps it down low to Grant Gullett. Glegg over into the corner, a pump fake by Alfred, and he almost doesn't handle the basketball, and an easy lay-in by Grant Gullett for the first 2 points of the ball game. So Grant Gullett gets on the board first. It's Brandon Moss, Elliott Glegg, Terrell Alfred, Caleb Winfrey, and Grant Gullett in for the Florida Flight. A shot from up top, rims out.
Hands, John. Hands. Take it. Watch out. Watch out. Let's go.
Is out on the injured reserve list for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks this ball game. The Flight lead 2-0. A double team on Antoine Clayton, now cutting towards the basket from the right elbow. Anthony Young with a quick 2 points. And we are tied 2-2.
Yeah, Jesse, I'm seeing some great guard play from both of these teams. As you just saw in that last cut by Anthony Young, he got in and really got a good shot.
Foul on the floor.
Like 0-0.
So that one will go against Khalik Williams. That's his first of the ball game. First free throw by Alfred is up and good. That's his first point of the ball game.
And going back to the dynamics of these two teams, typically as Alfred makes his second free throw, the Gainesville team, they like to rotate all their guys, and that's going to be great coming down the stretch to see who can really have the hot hand.
Johnson to Clayton up top, pump fakes, now going left, and he'll give it up to LaTroy Strong. And this guy has been a powerhouse for the team, but he clanks it off the left side. Going the other direction, Winfrey throws it out of bounds. Glegg could not get there in time on the far side. Coach King, who happens to be the head coach of the Florida Flight and the chairman of the Florida Basketball Association, kind of telling his team to slow down a little bit there. They kind of pushed a little too fast in transition.
Yeah, they forced a tough shot by one of their offensive scorers, and they rushed a little bit on the other end. So if you're them, you want to see them take more care of the basketball and get a really good look at the basket.
So Brandon Moss's first take to the rim was a travel. I doubt we'll be seeing a lot of that here in this ball game. Just got off the plane from Chile, and this guy likes to ball, so he's here and ready to play for his defending champions. Turnaround jumper by Strong, no good. And here goes the ball the other direction. Grant Gullett on the far side with the ball. Now will pass up to the point guard. That's Elliott Glegg. So Brandon Moss, the co-MVP of the year. Oh, good back and forth between Glegg and Grant Gullett. Grant Gullett a second time is fouled. So Grant Gullett and Brandon Moss last year, Alvin, were the co-MVPs of this team. But Brandon Moss was the defensive MVP last season as well.
And you can see that just on their play right now. Right there, you see they're playing good 2-on-2 ball, and they're being very aggressive. Again, there's their second attempt at the free throw line, and this is what you want if you're Florida Flight.
Flight in their navy jerseys with the white numbers and gray trim. From the free throw stripe, Grant Gullett does know how to make free throws. 3 points for him now today. Our officials for today's game, Mike Rivera, Rafael Benitez, and the crew chief, wearing number 44, standing right in front of us, is Matt Hickey. And you'll hear him all game. Quick shot up, left side, Anthony Young, good on the 3.
That is a rhythm jump shot. He came, pushed the ball, and got right into his pull-up. That's a great shot.
Other side, no good on the 3. And Terrell Alford will have to turn around and deal with Kalik Williams. Williams from the right block, going at strong, calls the foul, and makes the shot. Kalik Williams, the dynamic guard, going towards the basket with a chance for the 3-point play. Caleb Winfrey's first personal foul of the ball game.
Gainesville is doing a great job of pushing the ball. In their last possession, you see their one guard come in and Anthony Young come in and get a clean rhythm jump shot. And then the very next possession, they push the ball up again, and now you're seeing Kalik take his free throw for an and-one shot. They're doing a great job of pushing the ball.
Kalik misses his free throw, so only 2 points for him today. Not a bad free throw shooting team, Alvin. They normally shoot 81% from the line. Here's Brandon Moss with a nice take to the basket. His first points of the FBA season.
Oh, wow.
Last time we saw Brandon Moss play, he put up 50. A 3 goes and will not fall. Moss other side, Elliot Glegg lines it up. Yes! Good on the 3.
Florida Fly's doing a good job. As soon as they give Brandon Moss the ball, he's able to facilitate, he's able to get to the rack. He's doing everything he wants.
It's a 10-7 ball game, 8 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. And a nice take to the basket by LaTroy Strong, his first 2 points of the ball game. 10-9, 8 minutes left to play as the Flight bring the ball down the other side of the floor, and an offensive foul against Brandon Moss.
Let's move the shot clock slightly because we can't see the score.
So we'll see Coach AJ Stallworth bring in the second team, but he likes to keep his teams in rotation, Alvin, and we'll see that with this team, that they all can play solid defense, they all are aggressive at taking it to the rim, and that's kind of the style of basketball they play. Close games, he doesn't have a problem with putting any of his guys in.
And that's a great thing to see, because on that last play, you just saw a strong take by LaTroy.
No good on that shot, and the putback, Brandon Moss the rebound. So here comes Moss wearing the long sleeve light blue tie-dye shirt underneath his blue 22 jersey. Glegg getting through traffic.
That's a really good look.
Football pass down the floor and a nice lay-in by LaTroy Strong, who's got 4 points. 7:20 left to play in the first quarter. Winfrey, step back. That's a 2, no good.
That's 2. 2.5? That's 2.5 fouls on him, right?
So that foul goes against Brandon Moss, his second of the ball game. Called him on a reach in the back. Young. And Gullet gets wrapped up down low. That one goes against Jabari Hayes, his first of the ball game. Jabari Hayes checking into the ball game here. Last game had 5 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. As Elliot Glegg brings the ball up the floor for the Florida Flight. Xavier Guyona checks in out of the University of Pikeville. And the Flight wanted to cut to the basket, but a foul on the floor prevented them from an easy score.
That's one thing Florida Flight has been doing a great job of, is recognizing when they have a backdoor cut and just having really good guard play and making sure someone's always has a clear path to the basket and giving some good looks to their guards.
Alfred into traffic. Tapped out of bounds by Gaiona, who had the last touch. Good job there of stepping up into the screen by Edward Clayton. LaTroy Strong for 3. And it hits the top, so it's out of bounds. A 11-10 ball game. Gainesville up by 1. Alfred down the lane. Gaiona wide open 3. Gullett cannot save it before it goes out of bounds. 6:26 left to go in the first quarter.
They're getting great shots, even though that last one didn't go in. It's still a great look. There was no one within 5 yards of him, and obviously you just want to knock that down, but they're getting really good looks.
6.5 minutes left to play. Gainesville up by 1. Hayes back out to Strong. Here's Joquan Whitley, who put up 17 last ball game. Pump fake by Clayton on the far side. Elliott Glegg with good defense in his face, and that's got to be a blocking foul. Whoa, I thought it was going to be a charge.
Yeah, that's some physical play on the block.
Brant Gullett's first personal of the ball game. So Antoine Clayton from the line. First free throw is up and good out of Jacksonville, Florida.
And he had a pretty good game last game in their win. He had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists on 67% from the field.
A 12-10 ball game. Clayton from the line a second time. Up and good. Oh, a nice take down the lane by Romello Bates.
White 3 push, 2 shots.
And we're going to take a timeout on the floor before Bates can shoot these free throws. The score is 13-12. Gainesville in the lead by 1. But we'll see what Romello Bates has in store for us when we return. You are watching the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live.
Highlighted for the both of you. Did he look at
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at Twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
We're back here in game 1 of this doubleheader. It's the Florida Flight and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks in weekend 2 of the FBA regular season. Romello Bates at the line for a chance to convert on the three-point play. He's out of Ave Maria University and is a great dynamic guard coming off the bench in his first season playing here in the FBA. Second free throw gets it to bounce in.
And Jesse, just coming back to that play by Romello Bates, that was a very great isolation, able to get to the basket and really create the look that he wanted.
Down low, second chance, put back is good by Jabari Hayes.
Let's go, Dio.
Jabari Hayes good at doing a good job of going up strong down low.
Oh, yeah, he carved out a lot of real estate on that last play to get up and get that board and put it back up strong.
A 15-13 game as the Gainesville Mighty Oaks lead by 2. Down low, missed shot, Jabari Hayes, and he has his shot blocked, but they'll call a foul.
Immediate action. Good job, good job.
Tough to get back in transition, sorry. Tough to get back in transition there, but good call by Rafael Benitez, the official.
Gainesville is just doing a great job of getting their hands on everything. On that last possession by Flight, they got their hands on both of those shot attempts and was able to create a fast break opportunity, and now they're shooting free throws from it. So you'll see if that's the key to this game.
Free throw is up and good by Jabari Hayes from the line. It's a 16-13 ball game with 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. 17-13. 4 points for Jabari Hayes. Gainesville is up by 4. Leg over to the right. Now Alfred creating some room.
That is great defense.
Great defense by Clayton and a fast break. Jabari Hayes throwing it down. Hayes with 6 and another stolen ball. What are the Flight doing? 3 on the way. No. And a great fight for the rebound there by Jabari Hayes. And how about the hustle of Jabari Hayes, Alvin?
He is everywhere. He's on defense. You see him locking down on the perimeter. Then you see him hustling down the field, or down the court in order to get that as he knocks down that 3 ball. He's just everywhere on this court today.
Grant Gullett with 6 points. On the other end, a no good shot by Joquan Whitley. Here's Glegg, a 19-16 ball game. Flight down, and they have the ball stolen away again.
That was legal, right? On the top. Go in.
Clayton, the Kobe step back in an air ball.
And you see Gullett daring him to shoot that step back jumper, and it worked out for the Flight.
Another turnover for the Flight. Wesley, and an air ball for them too. Wow, it's just a bad series of shots there taken by both teams, but the Flight got to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, Flight definitely, you want to see them limit to turnovers, but that's just a testament to the Mighty Oaks defense. They're forcing turnovers, they're getting their hands on everything. They're doing a great job of crowding the ball handlers.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. It's a 19-16 ball game. Gainesville up by 3. Glegg dancing around Whitley. Now Brandon Moss back in the ball game, down low, and an easy shot for him. The 6'10" center does have a little bit of a height advantage.
It seems like for the Flight, when all else fails, you give the ball to Brandon Moss, and he seems to know what to do with it.
Down low, in the reverse. That is Dougherty for his first 2 points of the ball game.
Great way to get involved on that smooth-looking reverse.
Brandon Moss, long 3. Banks it in! Moss with 7 points now. It's a tie ball game, 21-21. Take under the basket, missed by Wesley. Bounce pass down low, and that'll roll right out of bounds. And it seems like the Flight are not doing a good job of pushing the ball in transition, Alvin.
It's just a testament to the Mighty Oaks. I'll say it again. They are doing a great job of getting back on defense, getting their hands. They have active hands, and they're forcing tough pass. They got their hands on that last one, as we saw there.
Bates the inbound to Alfred, who sets up a 3. Yes! Alfred with 5 points, and the Flight go up 24-21.
That's their sharpshooter. That's his role. He gets on his team. You know he's going to put those 3s up, and he's going to make them at a high clip.
Dougherty from the right elbow, back out. Johnson from the free throw stripe, and he banks it in.
That was a pretty looking teardrop.
Gullett down to the rim. Gullett with 8 points.
That's definitely a way to gain momentum.
Wesley out to Dougherty. On the near side. Cross court, pump fakes. Hayes for three. The flight up 26 to 23. Three by Whitley, no good. So a series of misses here by both teams. And now they'll have a chance to reset, or will they just keep going full speed? And it looks like they will. Chevy Moyer, no good.
And you definitely want to see them slow down to get into a set or get to a good look.
Wesley can't even make a shot down from the right block. Alfred on the other end? No.
Definitely a tough series so far for both teams.
Time out, Ralph. Time out.
Coach, sorry. Set up. I'm sorry, Coach. 30 seconds.
We have a 30-second timeout on the floor. So Alvin, a lot going on here, but not the best possessions by both teams here because nobody's made a shot in a while. We still are at a 26 to 23 ball game. The Flight are up by 3.
Yeah, definitely. You see both teams trying to push the ball and really force the issue. However, they're not getting good looks. So that's why this timeout was called. Coming out of this timeout, we'll probably see more of sets. We'll see some backdoor action, some pick and rolls, more guard play. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they come out of this timeout.
So for the Flight, obviously, they were down a little bit, and then they went to Brandon Moss, who was their guy. Out of Birmingham, Alabama. Already has 7 points in the ball game. 2 personal fouls, though, and we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's definitely tough for the Flight because as you just mentioned, when a play breaks down, you give it to Brandon Moss. He gets the boards. On the other end, he'll take it all the way, hit a 3, and just do everything that they need. So you definitely want to keep him out of foul trouble. And for the Oaks, the Mighty Oaks, it's going to be tough to see how they stop him.
26 to 23 ball game, 1:20 left to go in the first. Far side jumper by Paco, no good. The rebound, the lay-in down low by Johnson is good.
That's a great finish. He gets up strong and puts it right back up. That's what you want out of your big man.
Johnson with 4, Brandon Moss the rebound. Brandon Moss throwing it down!
Good board, good drop step, great finish. Great play by Brandon Moss.
Moss now with 9 points. Here's Paco Dervishi with a take to the rim.
That was reminiscent of Kyrie Irving, the way he swerved through the lane.
Waldo from the right block, no good. The second chance on the far side is made by Chevy Moyer. Moyer now with 2 points in the ball game. Romello Bates wrapped up.
27-30.
And if you're the Mighty Oaks, you definitely want to emphasize putting a body on the Flight because on those last 2 possessions, they got second chance points and they scored on their second possession. So they did a good job on the first, forcing a tough shot, but they're not getting rebounds. And the defensive possession doesn't end until you get the board.
2 shots from Romello Bates. 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It is a 30 to 27 ball game. The Flight are up by 3. Bates makes his first free throw. Now has 4 points in the ball game. Terry Cleveland checking in with under 30 seconds to go. Bates' second free throw is very short. We have one more. Give him one more, Alvin. Why don't you?
Why not? And that's why he shot it like that. He knew he was going to get another one.
I think he just wanted everyone to see his shoes. Look at those.
Yeah, look, he got the
clean.
He got the teal on the bottom.
This is his second shot, but he grabs the rebound.
And that's the issue that the Mighty Oaks have been having. Putting a body on someone and getting a turnover right there.
Romello Bates loses handle of the basketball. That's great defense by Jared Dougherty on the far side. Shot clock is off. Only the game clock at 13 seconds. Down low, block down low by Chevy Moyer. But no, it's a foul.
Hey, it was body. So you say, So you mean nobody? That don't count as a foul?
So that foul goes against Chevy Moyer. Game clock at 10 seconds to end this first quarter. From the line, Jonathan Johnson already with 4 points out of Orlando, Florida. He played for Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah.
Though he was a Wildcat.
Yeah, that's great. You love to see our HBCUs get represented in minor leagues and all the leagues across America.
So here is Johnson from the line. Now we have a review on the floor. It's interesting. I wonder what they're talking about here. Is it it's not a flagrant, is that, it must be counting how many fouls, team fouls there are right now.
It seems they're having a jersey issue.
We have an administrative technical. 44 is not in the book.
So Chevy Moyer was not in the official game book. How about that?
That is definitely interesting.
Disregard that administrative tech. 44 was in the sheet. It wasn't put in the book.
Got it. So, we love the way that we can kind of just, come over to the table and figure things out. A 31-27 ball game, Alvin.
Changing the roster now, Mark?
This was a great break for both teams because things are getting intense. You see a big block, a controversial call, and they got a good break. So we'll see how they utilize this time and what's going to happen when they get out to close this quarter.
Free throw up and good by Johnson. He's got 5 points. Second free throw.
I just like to keep everything black and white. You know it.
Johnson with 6. Game clock at 6 seconds. Brandon Moss down low. Stripped away. Shot up by Johnson. No good. And that's how we are going to end the first quarter. And Alvin, obviously a lot going on there. It's kind of a back and forth ball game. Score is 31-29. And Gainesville not really going anywhere. Obviously the Florida Flight are the defending champions. But not much of a fight have they put up here in the first quarter. Gainesville kind of hanging with them the whole time.
Yeah, Gainesville's definitely doing their thing on defense, and I believe their defense has turned into offense, and they're getting their hands on everything. They're getting fast break looks. They're getting great looks. So for Gainesville, their key is just getting their hands, getting a body on a body, boxing out, getting boards. And for Florida Flight, it's really limiting turnovers because when they get in their sets, they're doing a great job getting good looks, but they just need to eliminate turnovers. And this is a great game.
Second quarter of action coming up in just a second. When we return, it's the Gainesville Mighty Oaks at the Florida Flight right here in Alachua County in the FBA. We're back here for the second quarter of action. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey. Alvin, good to have you with me here today. It's game one of the doubleheader here up in Gainesville, Florida. We have not been in our Winter Park location this week. That's just due to technical issues that we've had, but we power through. It's been a long and strange year, but we're back to basketball. Gainesville trailing by 2 points. Khalik Williams off front iron with 11:41 left to go in the second quarter. Moss double teamed. And he'll run right around Clayton. Has the ball poked out from the back.
And that's going back to my point. That's just a great job by getting a hand on everything. That's a great job staying in front of a powerhouse of an offensive phenom, really, in Brandon Moss, for Anton Clayton to get his hands on there and force this dead situation.
Hayes, Strong, Young, Williams, and Clayton in for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. And for the Florida Flight, Romello Bates with a take into the key, just rims out. And a good fight for the rebound down low by Adam Waldo. So Waldo, Moss, Moye, Terry Cleveland in, and Romello Bates for the Florida Flight.
That's an interesting lineup, and they got another possession, so we'll see what they do with it.
So from the right side of the basket on the baseline, Terry Cleveland for the inbound. Throws it to Moss. And Moss, a nice take to the basket. Moss with 11, the LSU Alexandria graduate who just got back from Chile and is now playing for his FBA team. Nice mid-range from Anthony Young.
Anthony Young really has a very crisp jump shot. It's very quick, and look at him get out.
Khalid Williams on the fast break, almost loses handle of the ball and has his shot blocked down low. A 33-31 ball game. The Florida Flight are up by 2. Brandon Moss, left hand, no good. Strong for 3. You hear Brandon Moss saying to his coach, Mark King, just, let's breathe a little bit. As a coach, you have to breathe. It's important to breathe.
Of course, and it's very refreshing to know your star player is not worried about getting hacked down low. He's gonna finish next time, and that's very reassuring.
Flight up by 2, 10.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Romello Bates running the point as he brings the ball up the floor against Anthony Young, now going towards the left, down the lane. Terry Cleveland will line up a 3. Great fight for the rebound, down low and off the hands of Jabari Hayes for the Mighty Oaks.
Yeah, that is a great fight for the ball, and Florida Flight is just doing a phenomenal job of getting second chance points. We have every possession they get down. If they don't make it the first time, they're going to get the board, they're going to get another possession, and they're going to get another opportunity to score. That's where their edge is.
Bates triple team down low and gets it out. Grant Gullett from the left corner, now Bates for 3. Good! Bates with 7. LaTroy Strong up to Clayton. 36-31 ball game. Khalid Williams into the left block. Anthony Young almost had a shot down on the left block there, but he decided to take it out the other direction. Brandon Moss is fouled, and that would be an and 1. He got fouled in transition.
That was a big, strong move by Brandon Moss to big, strong move by Brandon Moss in order to shrug the defense off, getting out in fast break and finishing through the contact.
That's LaTroy Strong's first personal foul of the ball game. Moss goes to the line and shoots the and 1 and misses, but coming down with the rebound was Grant Gullett, and he was fouled. Brandon Moss with 13 points for the Florida Flight.
Yeah. Is that 3?
Cleveland, one dribble for 3. Good!
Great off-ball motion in order to get a wide open look, and he knocked it down.
41-31, the Florida Flight are up by 10. Romello Bates in transition, tries to give it over to Brandon Moss, who couldn't complete the alley-oop. Now Moss down low, creating some room, up with the right hand. Moye the rebound for the Flight.
They are just dominating the offensive boards.
Bates for 3. Romello Bates with 10 points now. 8:54 left to play in the second quarter. The Florida Flight up by 13. And what a scoring spree that the Flight are on right now, Alvin. Obviously, the Florida Flight coming out hot in the second quarter.
Oh, they came out of that break lighting it up from 3. Bates has hit 2 threes. They're getting every offensive board. They're doing a great job of just converting on other opportunities.
And how about Brandon Moss with 15 points to go along with just an incredible action down low.
He is getting boards. He's doing, you see him getting in his bag with the handle. He's doing great passing. He's deep in his bag right now.
Let's talk about Grant Gullett real quick for the Florida Flight, because I think a lot of his play goes unappreciated. He's so good on the defensive side of the floor, but we've seen a lot of good defense so far here in this ballgame until that last run. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks have it in them, but can they continue to play like this, or are they gonna, have to go with a traditional starters group to match the firepower that the Florida Flight have? And we're gonna find out right now here with 8:54 left to go in the second quarter. Flight up by 13. It's a 44-31 ball game. Clayton with the inbound. Here's Young pushing up on Brandon Moss. Whitley down low. Clayton in the reverse, no good. Grant Gullett the rebound. And see, silent player Grant Gullett is, but he just packs the stat sheets in all the opposite directions. And Grant Gullett has his shot blocked heavily by Clayton. A back and forth. Down low, Young spins in on Romello Bates, and that one's blocked by Chevy Moyer, and he said no on the other end of the floor.
We are seeing great defensive play. You see Clayton come on one end, big boy move, misses the layup, and he runs, he hustles all the way down and gets a powerful block. And we just see another turnover. What's gonna happen here?
Brandon Moss throws it down.
He did not, he's sending a message with that dunk on that fast break play like that. He shrugged off the defense and finished it with 2 hands strong. Brandon
Moss with a big dunk. And the Flight are up 46-31. LaTroy Strong, no. Hayes in trouble, passes out to Clayton. And another second chance for the Mighty Oaks. Down low. Joquan Whitley, by way of goaltend, gets his first 2 points of the ball game, Alvin. It's not often you could say that.
It doesn't matter how you get on the board, as long as you get on the board. Great job getting multiple offensive possessions by the Mighty Oaks, and it turned into 2 points.
Under 8 minutes now left to play. We're in the second quarter. The Flight are up by 13. Brandon Moss pump fakes beyond the arc, and a give off to Moyer. Moyer can't handle it, and it's a turnover. Into the lane, a nice shot by Whitley.
That was a great move, deep in his bag. Pass fake, dribble step, chocolate float. Love to see it.
Gullett out beyond the arc. Grant Gullett. You can say a lot of things about Brandon Moss, but Grant Gullett, what a fine player he is. 2 down on the other side. A 3 made. Wow.
Joquan Whitley is just doing everything. 5-point stretch for him.
Reset that shot clock. Thank you. Thank you.
Joquan Whitley is doing a great job. He just got that 5-point tear, and just going back to Grant Gullett, he's humble, but he's doing everything. As you just saw, he's playing great defense. He's getting boards. He's getting on the offensive end, and he is hitting clutch threes for them. So he is a big player. We talk about Brandon Moss a lot. However, he is also someone that we need to mention as well, because he's doing everything. He's the glue that holds this team together.
Under 7 minutes left to play here in the second quarter.
Coach.
And a timeout
Blue team, 30.
taken by that team. And the Flight kind of in control of the ball game here, but we're gonna, as both teams are taking a little bit of a timeout here, It's interesting to see, Alvin. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks are kind of not playing their best here in the second quarter, but why does it feel like they're not completely out of it yet?
Because they aren't. They're limiting their fast break. So Florida Flight has done a great job of limiting their turnovers, and that has just destroyed what they've been doing in the first quarter. However, they're still in this game. They're getting multiple offensive possessions. So once they figure out how to stop Brandon Moss and really Grant Gullett, it's a toss-up.
I mean, both of these teams have enough firepower. I mean, Antoine Clayton, he brings it down low, too. A couple blocks so far in the game today. He's got quite a few rebounds already. And just the mixing between Clayton and the dynamic guard abilities of Khalik Williams. Gainesville is nothing to be messed with, but Brandon Moss on the other end of the floor. This guy's unbelievable. Throws up a right hand. Just a little layup off balance. Brandon Moss with 17 points already.
Anything he throws up seems to go down.
6.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Other side. And we have a travel on the floor. (51-36) the score of the ball game. The Florida Flight up by a lot. What will we see when we return? A lot more basketball. This is game one of the doubleheader in the second weekend of the Florida Basketball Association, presented right here on YouTube and Facebook Live.
Poly Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning.
We're back here. It is a 51-36 ball game. The Florida Flight up heavy, but the Gainesville Mighty Oaks still with a lot of time to play with. Brandon Moss throws in the left corner. I think he was looking for Caleb Winfrey cutting towards the far side. Just Winfrey had no idea where the ball was.
And that was a great pass, a little no-look, low shovel pass, and just a little miscommunication on that possession.
So here come the Mighty Oaks going the other direction, 51-36, 6:12 left to play in the second quarter. Hayes down low, a pump fake under the basket by Trey Jackson. Antoine Payton right up top, no good. Grant Gullett the rebound.
The hoop seems very small for the Mighty Oaks right now. None of their jump shots are falling, and that's created the separation we see in the scoreboard right now.
Nice cut to the basket by Terrell Alfred.
That's a tough finish. To be moving to the left and contort his body in the air and finish on the left side, that's a great basket.
Long three, no good. Whitley could not get that one to fall. Here's Caleb Winfrey on the other side. Brandon Moss, Elliott Glegg, pump fakes. Now in, right corner, Winfrey. Right hand up, no good. Brandon Moss fighting for the rebound, and he saves it from going out of bounds. He's double teamed, spins towards the basket, up with the layup.
They got 3 possessions on that last one. They're just doing a great job attacking the boards.
53-36. The Flight still up big in the ball game. Clayton almost caught Winfrey in the air. Grant Gullett falls down to the ground. No charge call. Clayton, rebound. Trey Jackson with the putback.
How about that, Jesse? Little guy coming in and getting the putback.
Football pass, a little too high. Dougherty for 3. Jared Dougherty with 5 points.
Mighty Oaks need a lot of that in order to come back into this one.
Alfred clinks right. (53-39), 4 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Winfrey going the other direction. Elliot Glegg lining up a 3. Left wing, he sinks it.
They are getting a lot of good looks, especially from the corner on these threes. They're leaving Elliot Glegg open, and that is a bad decision, as we just saw.
Elliot Glegg with 6 points. He's in his 3rd FBA season. And a timeout taken by head coach A.J. Stallworth. Now Gainesville, the new expansion team here in the FBA, went 5-0 in their exhibition games in 2020 before the FBA season got completely canceled, and now had to take a whole nother year, but that also meant a whole nother year of recruitment for Coach A.J. Stallworth. And Alvin, how good of a job has Coach Stallworth done in his first season here? He inherits an expansion team in the FBA, and it's still their first year of play.
In his first year, he's done a great job because you see the tenacity they play with. They're great on defense. There's some things they need to work on. However, it's his first year, and they're doing a great job playing against a former champion. So it's interesting to see how he's going to coach them up right now and get this game even tighter and see if they can have more electrifying plays and see if they can pull this one out.
You talk about the coaches a little bit. Coach A.J. Stallworth, a little more relaxed. Head coach Mark King of the Florida Flight, probably the exact opposite. This guy is wilding on the sidelines here, but his team up heavy, so maybe it's working.
Oh, it's definitely working. It's 2 completely different play styles, and they just have 2 different teams. So his play style or his coaching style works for his team, and AJ's coaching style works for his. So we'll see how this clash is going to continue.
We're back here on the floor, and the Florida Flight are going to be going with Glegg, Winfrey, Gullett, Moss, and big number 13, Terrell Alfred. 17 seconds on the shot clock, as heard by Mike Rivera. 3:37 left to play in the second quarter, and Khalid Williams runs out of bounds with the ball. On the other side, Johnston Dougherty, Dervishi Williams, and Whitley for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks in the white jerseys. Gullett taking it down low and is fouled. Grant Gullett with 11 points out of Pflugerville, Texas. And don't get it twisted, Alvin, that's spelled with a P. Pflugerville.
They must be very physical over there because that was a great take, and he's back at the free throw line. And things are getting a little bit chippy here, so we'll see if they can keep things under wraps here.
An NCAA Division II school is where Grant Gullett went, Palm Beach Atlantic University. He was a sailfish, and the sailfish makes his first free throw of the set. 12 points for Grant Gullett, 1 personal foul in his 3rd season here in the FBA, and this is his first game, and he's now got 13 points. This is his 2nd season playing for the Florida Flight. He did pay for the Palm Beach Knights, who were originally in the Florida Basketball Association and have since exited the conference.
And on that last play, Caleb Winfrey looking like a DB playing the passing lane. He just couldn't get all of that ball, but he did a great job of playing the passing lane and forcing a tough shot.
Gullett dancing. Gullett, pass over right, and out of bounds by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
And if you hear Gullett right there, he wants to take that one all the way to the cup. He has a wide frame, and you can see he can take some punishment down low, and he can also dish it. So interesting to see if he'll take those ISO plays.
We are at 14 on the shot clock. Thank you, 14. Thank you.
So 14 on the shot clock. Under 3 minutes left to play on the game clock. Brandon Moss, the lay-in. Moss with 19 points in his first game back here in the FBA. Wide open Whitley, long 3. Good! Whitley with 10. 60-44 ball game.
And this is getting chippier by the second. You love to see it.
Well, Alfred forced out of bounds by Paco Dervishi.
Jaquan Whitley is in his bag, making a tough shot and getting in their head, and he's doing a great job.
Cleek Williams down low, catches Winfrey in the air, and they called the travel. Look at Brandon Moss doing a little travel dance, half court. Gotta love this guy's energy. I love it.
He is just having a great time out here. He's having fun. He got 19 points, and he gets where he wants on the court, so I'd be doing the travel dance too.
I'd be doing a lot more than a travel dance if I could play basketball that well. Down low, Grant Gullett, fouled.
Jesse, he is just so strong. When he has the ball, he's able to move. It's like a Harden-esque aura around him. He gets to the basket, and you can't do anything but foul him.
And you know, when you think of the NBA and even the minor leagues, a lot of the time you think of just what people think of is college guys that came up, played NCAA, Division I, basketball, football, whatever. Grant Gullett, Division II.
Yeah.
Brandon Moss, NAIA Division I.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to see than NCAA Division I, Alvin, right?
Oh, of course. We're expanding, and especially in this social media era, there's so much more avenues for people to get seen, and now there's a league like this that's being developed more and more every year, and it just gives more athletes an outlet to showcase their talents and get where they want, whether it be overseas, whether it be in the NBA. It just gives you, there's so much opportunity here, and it's great to see because we're seeing great guys do great things here.
Grant Gullett from the line, already with 13 points. And he misses the free throw. So zone defense here for the Florida Flight as Antoine Clayton hits the deck. 2:08 left to go in the second quarter. It's a 61-44 ball game. Flight still up by a good amount. That foul goes against Grant Gullett. So Xavier Guyona checking into the ball game for Grant Gullett. And Guyona, another NAIA Division I school, University of Pikeville. Fun fact, Alvin, that the University of Pikeville is also where head coach Mark King graduated from.
Yeah, and he was a walk-on there.
Yep.
That's crazy. Small world.
LaTroy Strong, cross-court pass. Paco Dervishi drains the three.
He has been getting some good looks at the basket and knocking down some tough shots.
Dervishi with 5. Moss up top, guarded by Whitley. Whitley guarding him well out beyond the arc. Moss can make a shot from anywhere. Gullett blocked it. Moss grabs the ball out of the air. Gullett has a shot clock violation.
Great defensive possession if you're Gainesville. Good block by Antoine Clayton, and they just forced the shot clock. That's a great defensive possession. You need more of that if you're Gainesville.
1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter. It's a 61-47 ball game. LaTroy Strong into traffic. Elliot Glake with good defense, but Caleb Winfrey draws the foul. Winfrey's second personal foul of the ball game. And now LaTroy Strong going to the line. Well, he put up 20 last game, only has 4 so far through almost 2 quarters of play. But sometimes you got to see a free throw go in, Alvin.
Yeah, he's had some good looks as he knocks down that first one. He had some good looks. It's just he wasn't able to convert. He had a couple open threes. It's just basket looks small for him. So he's getting involved. He's slashed to the lane. And hopefully these free throws, as he knocks the second one down, will get him revigorated. He can see some of those threes hit the bottom of the net.
Strong now with 6. Moss on the near side. In on Clayton. Left corner. Guyona lines up a 3. Alfred with the give off to Moss, and he's fouled.
Once again, we have another extra possession.
Hey, let's go to the basket. White, 42.
we have an extra possession, and that turns into an and one for the Florida Flight. They're doing a great job of getting extra possessions, getting a body in front of another body, getting boards, and finishing.
Moss's free throw is good. Brandon Moss with 22 points. That one is easily the leader in the ball game by scoring a stolen ball.
Great
Elliot
hustle.
Glegg for three. Boom! Elliot Glegg with 9 points. Great Moss, another steal, no way! And he turns the ball over. Dervishi down low. He has his shot blocked. Clayton, no good. And the second chance goes in. Caleb Winfrey is fouled as he goes towards the basket. But no, they'll say that was on the floor. 31 seconds left to go in the second quarter, Alvin. Wow.
That was an electrifying back and forth action. You see Brandon get 2 defensive turnovers, and we see another. As soon as he gets the second one, it turns to another turnover. Big block, big layup. Then we see a dunk on this end. This is a great way to end this half.
I mean, you know, it's not a lot of times that you would think that minor league basketball has this much action in it, but you just don't get to see it. We're the first league that does play-by-play. We do color analysis, and we have multi-camera angles. 67-51, the score of the ball game. The Florida Flight up by a good margin. Caleb Winfrey sinks the first free throw. Interestingly enough, that's his first point of the ball game.
That's a great way to get involved. He got a quick little foul, and he, even though it didn't count, he got his hands well above the rim.
Winfrey, the second free throw is good. He's got 2 for the guard out of Johnson University. Under 30 seconds left to play, and the ball's kicked around and into the arms of Caleb Winfrey. Picks up his dribble. Elliot Glegg, right, left wing 3. No good, and Dervishi the rebound. 15 seconds left to go in the second. Strong, mid-range, foul.
The pace of this game has just went up tremendously.
Elliot Glegg draws his first foul of the game. 69-51 the score. Strong makes his first free throw. The first-year guard in the FBA out of Jacksonville, Florida, went to Reinhardt University, put up 20 last game.
He actually had a double-double. He had 20 and 10, pulled down 10 rebounds. Woo.
Second free throw, up and good. He's got 8. Brandon Moss with 5 seconds left to go. Long 3, straight away. Boom! Oh, my.
That's a way to end the half. He has limitless range. He took 2 steps past half court and let it rip. How about that confidence?
Brandon Moss now with 25 points to end the second quarter, and he has been hot all ball game, but showing it there. He can get down to the rim, and he can shoot the ball from Africa. From Africa. Alvin, what does Gainesville have to do in order to improve in the third quarter here?
They have to knock down their shots because they're getting good looks, and with a team like Flight, they're going to limit their turnovers. They're going to play you aggressive. They're going to contest it, but they're going to get boards as well. So Gainesville has to knock down their shots, and they have to put a body on another body. They can't keep giving up as many offensive possessions as they do.
At the half, 72-53 is the score. We'll take a break here, and when we return, a lot more FBA basketball for you on the way right here. It's the Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Florida Flight, presented by YouTube and Facebook Live.
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese. To go! Here you go, boys. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Booyah burgers were great. Booyah burgers rock!
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey, and Alvin, we got the Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Florida Flight battling it out here, but the Flight have been up pretty much in control and up big as we start the third quarter here. But what does Gainesville have to do in order to get back into this ball game here in the first game of the doubleheader?
They just have to get a body on somebody because Flight has just dominated the offensive boards. Every time a ball goes up, you see two defenders or two offensive players from Flight just getting your hands on and putting up another shot, getting to the line. They're doing everything you would want. They're getting open looks. They're having good guard play, and they're limiting turnovers. So Gainesville just really has to get defensive boards and convert on those boards. So when they do have the opportunity on offense, hit their shots and continue to get good looks and try to get to the line.
And if you're the Flight, what was going right for them towards, that latter part of the second quarter?
Well, they had some electrifying performances from Brandon Moss and Granite Gullett, just to name a few. Romello Bates knocked in some critical threes, and just the whole lineup really is making some plays. So they just need to maintain their tenacity on the offensive boards and limit their turnovers, because letting turnovers go out of hand, that'll be the quickest way for Gainesville to get back in this game.
Brandon Moss with 25 points to lead the ball game so far. Now Gainesville starts the third quarter with the ball in their hands. Wesley with a take to the basket, and he makes the first shot of the third quarter. 5 points.
That's a good, strong take for Gainesville. You need more of that.
Brandon Moss. Passes out to the right. Winfrey with the air ball on the three. And now Whitley, easy job getting back, and he dishes it off to Anthony Young. That's good unselfish basketball, Alvin.
That is just a good look, looking out for his teammate. Good little behind the back dump off to his point guard.
Grant Gullett pushed in the back by Joquan Whitley.
That's just a testament to how strong he is. You don't want that. You don't want that problem in the post in that situation. So smart foul.
So Moss inbounding from the far side, finds Glegg, guarded by Wesley.
Sit down, AC. Sit down, AC.
Moss with a little shimmy down the lane, and look out! Could have taken off someone's head.
Oh, he sent that one fast. That was a laser, Pat Mahomes style.
Yikes, the basketball is stuck. Brandon Moss with the baseball arm, and I think he should try out for the Tampa Bay Rays. How about that, Jerry? Brandon Moss trying out for the Tampa Bay Rays. Jerry Pettit, our fantastic producer, engineer, director, whatever you want to call him, he's amazing.
He does a little bit of everything, Jesse.
Here's Anthony Young. Wesley for long two, no good. Rebound Winfrey.
Hey, push up, right here. Sit down.
Gainesville knows how important this third quarter is for them. You see them just encouraging their teammates to play tough, strong defense, but that's another offensive possession given up.
No shot. So we have a shot clock reset. 72-57 is the score. The Flight still up by a lot. What are your bets that the Flight break 100 in the third quarter as Brandon Moss flips that one in?
They score at will, so I would not be surprised.
Whitley, other side, he makes the three. Whitley now with 13. I was thinking, what's more likely? The Flight break 100 first, or Brandon Moss breaks 45 points first?
I think it's one and the same. I think it's one and the same.
Get ready to help.
Whitley's definitely going to drop at least 20 in my opinion. He is catching fire right now.
Whitley with 13. Grant Gullett on the other side into the restricted zone. Nice lay-in.
That is a big, strong move. Just backed him all the way down from the three-point line, Jesse.
Clayton flying with it out of bounds. So Whitley with 13, he's the leading scorer for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. But look at this, if you kind of look at the score sheet, it's like Gainesville is spreading the ball around so evenly, and then the Flight, it's, you know, you got Brandon Moss and Grant Gullett up top, and then, you know, Elliot Glegg, Romello Bates, adding on as well.
All he did was slip. He can't slip.
Controversial call right here.
Yeah.
Grab your jersey. No, he was pushing off. What about the pushing? He was pushing off. What about the pushing my back?
Coach AJ Stallworth knows how important this third quarter is, like you were talking about, Alvin.
This is fine. It's fine. I understand.
76-60. The Flight up by 16 with 9.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
And back to that point you were saying, it's just Brandon Moss gets to wherever he wants to get on the court, and so does Gullett. He's really strong. As you just see, he gets to the line when he wants. He can get to the rack, and he, on the last possession, backed his defender down from the three-point line and got to the rim. So, and based on those two plays, they kick it, and they get other people involved as well. But they are definitely the highest scorers on the team.
Joquan Whitley.
Oh, okay, because I know he's behind the backboard.
Draws the foul.
Oh, okay, I know I got plenty of common sense. What you wanted him to do is let him go with it, right? Not foul. No, I'm just talking.
First free throw by Moss is off. Moss not shooting too well from the free throw line today, but shooting remarkably from literally anywhere else.
Yes, it's a riddle. He's struggling from the free throw line, but he takes 2 steps in as he makes that free throw, just because we were talking about him. He takes 2 steps into end the half and knocks it down from Curry range.
Free throw, stripe shot, no good. Wesley the rebound, running baseline. Whitley, Alfred with the interception, pass down the floor. Brandon Moss, buckle up for Brandon Moss, who likes to fly.
This man got up. Powerful finish.
Moss with 30. Look, you kind of saw him go back as Whitley drains the three.
Just love the back and forth with Whitley. He is not giving up. He's letting them know he's still there. He's hitting big shots. He's playing basketball. He's here to play. But Moss is on a whole nother level right now.
Glegg hits a three. Glegg with 12 points. 82-63 is the score. The Flight up by a lot on the other end. Up with the left hand, no good. And the rebound. Whitley clinks off back.
Good
From
look.
the left elbow, nice look by Anthony Young. He grabs his own rebound. As the ball is going to come right into us, give me a shot real quick. Come on. I got it. No, I don't. No one trusts me with it. That's fine. That's why I do broadcast stuff.
It's a jacket. I think it's a jacket.
Oh, yeah. It attracts the basketballs.
Yeah, it does. It does. That's the second one tonight.
I know.
Yeah.
More to go in the second game. By the way, stay tuned for Game 2 of the doubleheader. It's between the Claremont Crocs and the Winter Park Storm. And the Claremont Crocs, another expansion team here in the FBA. Winter Park Storm have been around for a second. They are a well-coached team by Barry Mistel, who's wearing a very nice cream-colored jacket. Speaking of jackets, very nice cream-colored jacket for Barry Mistel, who's actually right behind Brandon Moss right now on the far side.
Yeah.
Moss throws it off the backboard. That was intended for Caleb Winfrey. And I saw you put your hands up to get ready to receive that basketball there. Was coming right towards us.
I thought they were going to give me a shot.
Whitley down low to Johnson. Johnson in the restricted area. And now Young for 3.
Young has a really nice jump shot. It's nice and fluid, and he missed a couple, but that was a big hit right there, Jesse.
Grant Gullett double teamed, is knocked down. A fight for the basketball, and a timeout taken by the Florida Flight with 7:11 left to go in the third quarter. So Alvin, obviously a little more fight here from the Gainesville Mighty Oaks in the third quarter. 82-66, so still down by 16. You gotta sort of figure out what can they even bring out of their big bag of tricks here. Like, what is there to do?
They're gonna have to get deep into their bag because Flight has arguably the best player in the league in Brandon Moss, and you see him get where he wants, and then Grant Gullett is a close second. And then even from there, you still have guys like Elliot Glegg just knocking down big shot after big shot. So for them, it's really figuring out how to fine-tune their offensive game to get offensive boards and really emulate what they've been doing to them, and getting offensive boards, limiting turnovers, and getting a few electrifying plays that generate momentum on your team. That's the keys.
So the Florida Flight obviously kind of maintained control in this ball game. Brandon Moss with 30 points already. This guy's just kind of electric, but you would have to think to a certain extent that if you're Gainesville, instead of going man-to-man, you kind of just do a zone and then man-to-man exclusively on Grant Gullett and Brandon Moss, because that's been the sharpshooters for the Florida Flight in this ball game. But Elliot Glegg kind of dancing around, and they created a turnover there. Young, and Moss gets back and gets the block. Wow. And I mean, I could be surprised, but I'm not. 3 on the other side, hits the top, and will not fall.
That was some great hustle by Brandon Moss, because I thought that was a great turnover and ability to get down the court and toss it up. And it's just really tough to buy a basket for them.
Johnson up with the right hand. Johnson now with 8 points in the ballgame. The power forward standing at 6'5" and 205 pounds. Gullett dribbling into the lane. Good move there. And is fouled.
It's a great up and under move by Gullett. The ability to get his defender up in the air, and he wanted the and one, but still drawing contact and getting 2 shots.
Gullett goes to the line with 15 points. Half as many as Brandon Moss is, and Gullett's still the second leading scorer on the team. But it's not a quiet 15 points either. It's just he goes out there, he plays hard, gets his shots up, misses the free throw, but
he does the little things.
Rebounds and gets assists as well. I think that's a big thing for Gullett.
Yeah, he does the little things, because you have a player like Moss on your team. You're not necessarily going to get as much shots as you would anticipate. However, he knows his role. He's doing a great job fulfilling it. He does miss both of those free throws right there, which is tough.
So we don't get no call? So every call is something?
So a jump ball here.
What?
So it'll be Brandon Moss versus whoever, and it's kind of a height disadvantage here for whoever Gainesville puts up here. I mean, you would guess that Joquan Whitley would be the best option for the jump ball, but
I thought he had the ball. But I thought his elbow.
Oh no, he was fouled.
Yeah,
so one official signaled foul, or one official signaled foul. The other one did a jump ball.
I wasn't talking to y'all.
Free throw by Moss is up and good.
Y'all was butting in the grown folk business. We was over here talking. Grown folks over here. Space shouldn't have been up there. How about that?
Second free throw, no good. Wesley under the basket. Whitley for three. Oh, Brandon Moss misses the dunk.
They are trying some stuff now.
Gullett falling down to the ground, and a fast break. Bounce pass down low to Young. Young to Wesley. No. Alfred to Moss. Moss to Grant Gullett under the basket. Gullett going up strong.
Strong move, 1-on-3. Get that thing up in there.
5:30 left to go. And a foul. And we're going to take a timeout here from our broadcast real quick. 5:24 left to go in the third quarter. 85-68 the score here in the ball game. When we return, a lot more basketball on the way. These two teams could take it down to the end of the season, but we got to get through game one here of our doubleheader first. It's Gainesville and the Florida Flight right here on the FBA, presented by Facebook Live and YouTube.
Hey there, sweet thing. I've been waiting for you all day long.
Ooh, yeah. Welcome back to the FBA here, presented by YouTube and Facebook Live. 5.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. An 85-68 game. The Florida Flight ahead by a good margin. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey bringing you FBA basketball here from Alachua in northern Florida. And Alvin, Gainesville down by a pretty hefty margin here. The Flight maintained control ever since the beginning of that second quarter, and they haven't looked back since.
Have not looked back since. Every time Gainesville gets a slight edge, a slight run, Flight just continues to keep their foot on their necks and make sure that they understand that they're not coming back in this game.
So Johnson at the line to shoot two. He's already got 8 points in the ball game. Had 11 points in their last game. First free throw is up and good. He shot 100% on the season from the free throw line so far.
Those are great numbers. You want him shooting your free throws.
Johnson now with 10 in the ball game. So here's Ambo on the court for the Flight. Gullett up top, steps back. The three is good.
Deep in his bag with the step back three. Great shot.
Gullett with 20 to go along with Brandon Moss's 31. Dervishi, nice three on the other end as he grabs his knee.
Great way to answer back. We've seen a little fight right here, a little back and forth.
Grant Gullett to Ambo. Ambo, Glegg, mid-range turnaround jumper is good. Elliot Glegg with 14 points, 90-73 the score. Brandon Moss the steal.
Great hands right there.
Brandon Moss in transition. He throws it 100 miles an hour into his teammate, and then a missed block opportunity, or excuse me, dunk opportunity by LaTroy Strong on the other end. Grant Gullett wrapped up. Oh, that would have been a miracle if he made that shot.
He got his whole right arm free.
He threw that one up with a prayer. I don't even think he was looking at the basket at all. 4:12 left to go in the third. 90-73. Flight up by a 17 spot.
We're seeing some great basketball right there. You see just a bunch of made shots. Couple of step backs. Love to see it.
Gullett makes his first free throw. The sailfish. I'm not going to stop saying it. Is there another university that you know about whose mascot is a sailfish? Also, what is a sailfish?
I've never heard of a sailfish as a mascot.
Somebody show me the sailfish.
Shot clock started.
Strong, down low. Charge. It's a good job by the flight defense there. Still a long time left to go in the ball game, Alvin. We still have a good 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. And then you got a whole nother quarter of action after this.
Yeah, we're seeing the Mighty Oaks a little frustrated right now by just some of the calls that they're getting. So it's definitely interesting to see if they're going to come through. It's definitely interesting to see if they're going to be able to rally and really find some motivation. Who's going to create that play for them to make them realize that there's still a lot of basketball left and they can really come back and win this game if they play correctly.
So here's Alfred across the half-court line, gets the screen from Ambo up top. Man-to-man defense here, strong man-to-man defense by the Mighty Oaks. Gullett in the right corner, steps back for the three. No good, and Johnson pulls down the rebound. Going back the other direction, there's Paco Dervishi, who's been hitting threes all day. No good on that one. And Gullett strongly brings down the rebound. Gullett, little shimmy, and down to the basket. And he hits the deck. Can't get his shot to fall, but he goes to the line and will shoot now. 81-73, or excuse me, 91-73, the score of the ball game. 3:23 left to go in the third.
That was a good, strong move once again by Grant Gullett in order to get back to the free throw line. He's just been getting all his ham and potatoes from this free throw line tonight.
Grant Gullett from the line. So the Flight in their first game of the season coming out and playing strong. Gullett with his first made free throw on the attempt here. And now for a chance at the second one. Whitley, Strong, Dervishi, Johnson, and Youngin for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Ambo, Alfred, Glegg, Gullett, and Moyean for the Florida Flight. Young down the lane in the restricted zone, up with the right hand, no good. And a good save from going out of bounds. LaTroy Strong for three. Elliott Glegg the rebound.
And that's the story of today. Mighty Oaks are getting the looks they want. Two great looks, but they just aren't able to convert.
Terrell Alfred for three? No. And he wanted that one. 93-73 the score. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the third. So with under 3 minutes left to play in the third, the Flight are on top by a good margin. A turnaround jumper by Johnson is made. Johnson with 12. Leg up top, dancing. Alfred mid-ranger.
Great defense.
Alfred gets it back, and a throwdown by Grant Gullett.
That was a great contest by Anthony Young, but then they get the board, and then Grant Gullett just does what he does and finishes the play.
Dervishi from the left wing, no. 95-75. The Flight are up by 20. Under 2 minutes left to play. Alfred off right side on the three. Nice shot by LaTroy Strong.
They need to see him let loose. He was their scoring leader for the last game, and they need him to show up big.
Strong with 10 points and an almost alley-oop from Alfred to Grant Gullett. So Xavier Guyona checking in for Moish Ambu. Strong from the left side, another mid-range goes in.
Oh yeah, he's definitely starting to light it up now. This is what you love to see if you're a Gainesville fan.
Glegg is off on the shot. Here's,
look at that speed.
Young going the other direction. Whitley for three. Look at Dervishi fighting hard for that rebound.
Perfect pass. Good job. White 20. Doesn't go on the foul count.
44 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Alfred with the ball going left to right. Air ball. His own teammate is yelling air ball. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Alfred with 7 points in the ball game. Strong has the ball stolen away by Alfred. Alfred gets past Young as well and is fouled. Kick ball. .24 seconds left to go in the third. One more quarter of action coming for you in just a second. The Florida Flight flirting with that 100-point goal. Travel on Xavier Guyona. Here's Young up top on the left wing. Back over right side to Strong. Strong with the pump fake. Now to Young. Young. Fadeaway jumper. Bounces in.
That's the shooter's row right there.
So Anthony Young now with 14 points. And one more quarter of action for you here in just a second. 95-81. The Flight are up by 14, but Gainesville still might have something to say when we return in just a second. We got one more quarter of action between these two teams. It's the Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Florida Flight right here in the FBA, presented by YouTube and Facebook Live.
In a world where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Welcome back to FBA basketball. We're here for the fourth quarter of action as Grant Gullett with it takes an easy lay-in on the other side of the floor. Gullett now with 26 points. 3 on the way. Trey Jackson, no good. Rebound, Antoine Clayton. Clayton trying to go up for it. Has the shot blocked. Chevy Moyer and Antoine Clayton on the ground for the jump ball. Wow. Good defense there by the Flight.
That was some great defense, and you're hearing it from the Flight bench. They are very involved in this game.
How you come over here talking, coaching, and then get out there and do the same thing you just told us not to do?
97-81, the score of the ball game. Jump ball. Wesley throws to Jackson, cutting under the basket. Dougherty for 3. Good!
That was a smooth look, smooth finish. Great offensive possession for the Mighty Oaks.
Jared Dougherty with 8 points on the night, 97-84. Gainesville down by 13. Gullett Steps back, gives over to Guyona. Now Glegg running things. Off balance 3 for Glegg. Off the top of the basket as the shot clock was expiring. He had to get that one up.
Good defensive possession for the Mighty Oaks. Let's see if they could string these great possessions into a momentous run.
Antoine Clayton almost loses handle of the basketball. Now here's Wesley. Throws it down low. Another save from going out of bounds. Dougherty with 2 on the shot clock.
Blue wait for the
And a
push.
foul. Three, good. No, that was a 2. Got ahead of myself there. There's 2 3-point lines.
There is 2 of them.
Floor here.
That was a smooth looking jumper though.
Yeah.
Step right into it and let that thing rip.
Blue ball there. Yes, stop the clock. Stop the game clock, please.
Last shot was well done, mid-range jumper, Alvin.
Yeah.
Nice
Very
little,
confident.
Yeah. Here's Brandon Moss. About to come back in. And he'll sub out for Grant Gullett. And wow, these players, it's nice to see how much they love basketball, man.
Oh yeah. They're out here just having a great time.
Guyona, right wing, into the lane, almost loses handle of the basketball. Chevy Moyer, mid-range 2, knocks it down. Moyer with 4 points. Malik Williams fouled, makes the shot and goes to the line.
Good strong finish right there. Finishing through contact. Let's see if he can knock this free throw down. They need it.
99-88.
This became a game, Jesse.
I mean, the flight kind of been letting off the gas a little bit. Now under 10 minutes left to play. Malik Williams' free throw is up and good. He's now got 5 points, and his team only trails by 10.
Great defense right there. Great defense right there.
Wesley on Glegg. Moss back into the ball game. Malik Williams takes the challenge. Moss down right. Moss to Guyona. And a charge.
Jesse, I think we're seeing a swing of momentum right here.
So that foul goes against Brandon Moss.
Great way to sacrifice your body to make sure you get that possession back.
Yeah, he got 4.
2 team fouls.
That's 5. That's 5. He got 17 team fouls. How did he get 17 team fouls?
Coach AJ going over here and pleading his case, and
he could be a lawyer, can't he?
I would love to have him as my lawyer at some point if I ever needed one. 10-point ball game. Malik Williams. Back rim. Jeff Dougherty. Yes, on the 3.
That boy came in and he has let it fly. He is hitting 2 clutch shots, and he really sparked this run that they're going on right now.
Dougherty with 11. Glegg is fouled. A 7-point ball game, Alvin. And it seemed well out of reach. It was the lead for the flight was 20 at one point, and now we're down to 7.
They just needed that one run, and this group came in and figured it out, making big plays defensively, and they're converting on offense.
Moss under the basket is fouled.
You know these calls are on video.
I really
Guy's a
have to.
YouTube star.
I really have to love what AJ Stallworth, head coach of the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, is saying here. He's
I wasn't talking to you, Brad.
every time it's amazing.
There's so much personality on this court right now, Jesse.
Brandon Moss makes his first free throw.
Number 5, you're doing a great game this game.
Second one
You're not number
is
5.
up and good. Moss with 33. So now it's back to a 9-point ball game. Antoine Clayton has the ball stolen away, and Kalik Williams
Good
recovers
hustle.
it. Trey Jackson for 3. Boom!
Big time shot for the Mighty Oaks right
Not
there.
that much.
Big time shot.
Jackson now with 5. 6-point ball game. Blake down the lane with the right hand. Just kisses the rim. Moyer is fouled.
I can't get no calls down to
Hey, that's crazy.
I understand. Man. Y'all show his handsy. Show his hands. I'm gonna come over there and touch Mark. That's what I'm gonna do. If they'll call a foul then.
First free throw by Chevy Moyer is up and good.
They wouldn't know.
And the funny thing is these head coaches, they do love each other, but just a good amount.
They know how to compete against each other. But it's great for the brand. Is great entertainment, and they produce a good product right here.
Trey Jackson another 3. That's an air ball. Chevy Moyer with 6 points for the flight. Blake throws it out of bounds.
He wasn't even there.
103-95.
So used to looking for him.
And head coach Smart King has to use a timeout. 8 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And wow, what a game this has become, Alvin. Obviously, is it true that Coach Stallworth is not getting enough fouls, the fouls that they deserve? Do you think so?
That is arguable because there's some. He's gotten the short end of a lot of controversial calls.
Yeah.
However, he brought his team. He figured out a rotation and figured out a game plan to get them back within 7. So let's see if they can continue on this run and create another run and hopefully take the lead and see if we could see an overtime or something even crazier.
Let's talk about your guy Jared Dougherty for a sec for the Mighty Oaks. This guy came in, and while he might not be like the go-to guy.
Yeah,
he's hit a couple big-time threes.
He's hit a few of them because last game he had 3 points and 3 rebounds on 50% shooting, but he was 100% from 3, and he's 100% from 3 right now. And all the threes that he hit today was what ignited this run that we see them going on right now.
Wesley down the lane, and a putback by Clayton.
That is a big boy finish. Way to climb up the stairs and finish that.
103-97. And a block down low. Clayton doing it on both ends of the floor.
Antoine Clayton is trying to put his stamp on this game. He is putting it all out there right now.
7:30 left to go in the ball game. 103-97. Step back 3 is an air ball.
Get up. Get up.
Guyona left side.
Pushing the back. Let it travel.
Moss slowing things down from the right side. Moyer into the lane.
Yes, sir.
No good.
Yes, sir.
Blake Williams pulls it down. Williams on the other end of the floor is fouled.
Mighty Oaks really cleaned it up these last few possessions. Besides that last missed shot, this great defensive possession by Antoine Clayton on getting back on that block right after a putback. So they're definitely fighting tooth and nail to stay within this game. And for the Florida flight, you want to see them convert some of these looks. They're getting decent looks, but then they're not finishing.
103-98. Gullet and Alfred checking in for Moyer and Guyona. So the Flight bringing back in their starting A-team. And it's not really a starting A-team for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Coach Stallworth just kind of keeps everybody in rotation.
And in this game, it worked because as the first unit, their legs got a little tired. The second unit came in, and that's where you see Jared Dougherty light it up from 3. And you see a couple of different people come in and really make plays that ignited their offense.
Kalik Williams hitting some big-time free throws, 103-99. He brings the deficit of the Mighty Oaks to within 4 against the Flight here. Brandon Moss tried to go up and was fouled. So Kalik Williams picking up the personal foul. Brandon Moss from the line. Swishes that one through.
And this is a good break for the Flight because
so Moss from the line, interestingly enough, hasn't shot very well today. Tends to be around 50%, but sinks both of those through with ease.
Well,
35 points.
It's crunch time. You cannot miss free throws now.
Kalik Williams. Trey Jackson. And a push in the back down low. So we got a push in the back by Terrell Alfred. That'll be his first foul of the ball game. 105-99. It's a 6-point ball game. It was at once 20, but now we're just down to 6 points. 6:22 left to go in the ball game. It's the Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Florida Flight in game 1 of our doubleheader here in the FBA, presented by YouTube and Facebook Live.
Fries and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Welcome back to the Florida Basketball Association. We're up here in northern Florida. It's the Gainesville Mighty Oaks against the Florida Flight. The Flight are up 105-99, or so we think. Here's Brandon Moss on the other side. 6-point ball game. Flight up and have been up since the second quarter. Grant Gullet backing in on Clayton, and he creates a turnover.
Great way to pull the chair on that one.
Antoine Clayton turns the ball over in turn, and Grant Gullet on the other side of the floor.
Some people call that picking cherries, Jesse.
28 points for Grant Gullet, and a foul against Terrell Alfred.
Great turnover by.
13. 2 shots.
Great turnover by the Flight that create that easy bucket for Grant Gullet.
5 team fouls on the Flight, so the Mighty Oaks are in the bonus the rest of the way. And that'll definitely help the Mighty Oaks out. 107-99 the score. Kalik Williams from the line. good.
Gainesville coach. Full timeout.
So, okay, Kalik Williams shoots a free throw, makes it, and now it's a 107 to 100 game. Alvin, you have under 6 minutes left to play. Gainesville kind of is playing with these different rotations, and they actually seem to be working here towards the latter part of the fourth quarter. And the Florida Flight have kind of gone with their same lineup pretty much since that third quarter. Do you worry about the Flight getting tired here at the end of the fourth?
Well, they've been doing a great job, and they've been playing with high intensity. They're trusting their conditioning right now. And Gainesville just has that much play. Their roster is that deep. They can go, they play 10 people, and each one of these 10 people contribute in a major way. So I'm not really worried about Florida Flight getting tired because they're playing with high intensity right now.
So the Flight and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks here in Alachua, Florida, just a little bit north of Gainesville. Do we think it's a beautiful day outside?
It's a gorgeous day outside, Jesse.
It's a gorgeous day to be in a gym watching some professional basketball too, Alvin.
Wouldn't write it up anyway, any other way.
Kalik Williams from the line, shooting his second free throw. 6-point ball game. Williams with 9.
That's huge coming down the stretch of this game.
Gullett going against Clayton. Clayton is one of the best defenders that the Mighty Oaks have to offer. Brandon Moss in on Kalik Williams, backs him up, draws the foul, and makes the shot. And who else but Brandon Moss?
Wow, that was old-fashioned bully ball.
Kalik Williams having a hard time guarding Moss. Williams standing at 6'6", 170 pounds, and then Brandon Moss standing at 6'10" and 200.
I love that happen in front of the camera.
And Moss sinks the second free throw. Or excuse me, and one free throw. So Moss with 38 points. (110 to 101). Wesley bounce pass to Clayton, who lines up a 3, clanks left. .504.
The Mighty Oaks' run is fizzling out because they're not able to hit the shots that they were hitting that sparked this run. So it is going to be hard for them to really take this lead if they can't hit open shots like that or grab the rebound and get another possession.
Good job.
Clayton gets the steal, passes ahead to Young. Young has his shot blocked by Grant Gullett. Winfrey, other end of the floor, and Clayton wanted the block, and a foul is called.
Y'all talking to me like I'm supposed to say something. All of them on that team turned around and looked at me like, all I did was do like, I'm not. This is my box in front of the camera.
I actually think for the next game, Coach A.J. Stallworth has to be mic'd up completely the entire game.
We need that. We need that for this league.
The people need that. Fans, coaches, we all would profit from Coach Stallworth mic'd up. Winfrey makes his first free throw.
Come on, y'all. Hold it down now.
10-point ball game again. Under 5 minutes left to play.
That was great defensive hustle on that play, though.
Winfrey's second free throw is up, and good. He's got 4 points. Young up top. Johnson with the hook, and he makes the shot.
That was good ball rotation on that play. Everyone touched the ball.
Jonathan Johnson with 14 points. Glegg, top three.
Glegg is just hitting all the shots they need them to hit.
Wesley misfires, a double team on Gullett. He breaks out. Now Brandon Moss is gonna run the floor the other side. Winfrey gets fouled and makes the and one shot. So, okay, the Flight kind of running away with it again at the end of this ball game.
Yeah, coming in the clutch, their conditioning is not an issue. They stuck with their same guys, and it's the same guys making big plays for them. You have Glegg making a big three. You have Winfrey converting on this and one, and it seems like they're going to come away with this one.
Winfrey's free throw is perfect. Winfrey with 7 points. Under 4 minutes left to play. 118 to 103. The Flight are up big. Wesley, the give off to Johnson. Little flip up and in. Johnson with 16.
Good drive and dish and great finish.
Caleb Winfrey, wide open three. Glegg saves it for going out of bounds, and Winfrey lays it in. Kalik Williams the putback. Williams with 11. 120 to 105. Gainesville down by 15. Under 3 minutes left to play. Winfrey gets through traffic and up with the right hand.
Winfrey is lighting it up to end this fourth quarter.
Winfrey 7 points in the last 5 minutes. Williams, right wing three. Williams with 14. 121 to 110. It's an 11-point ball game. Gainesville might not be going away just yet. 2.5 minutes left to play. Shane Prunty in the ball game for Elliot Glegg.
And he's had a great performance tonight, just hitting big shots when they need it.
Under 2.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. And a foul. Foul goes against Jonathan Johnson. So Flight up by 11 for a chance to make it 13. Free throw by Alfred is up and good. Out of University of Jamestown.
Alfred is typically their sharpshooter as he knocks down both free throws. He's typically their sharpshooter, but he hasn't let it fly as much tonight. Great defense by Alfred on the pickpocket right there.
Alfred on the other end of the floor is fouled again.
Good hands, big play. That's how you finish a game, Jesse.
123 to 110. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to play. So here's Alfred from the line. Caleb Winfrey checking out of the ball game. Travell Dickerson seeing his first few minutes here out of Brooklyn, New York, as Alfred sinks the first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. Alfred now with 11. Williams going full speed to the rack. 16 for Khalik Williams. Moss double team, he'll throw ahead to Prunty. Bounce pass to Dickerson. Close turnover there. And a reach-in foul.
You can sense some disparity coming from the Mighty Yokes. They're really hustling hard, but it seems they know this game is just slightly out of reach.
Terry Cleveland checking into the ball game out of Edgewater High School. He's an Eagle. Terrell Alfred checks out after having played a majority of the minutes in the ball game here. 1:48 left to go in the first game of the doubleheader here in Alachua County. Golet's first free throw is up and good. Golet with 30 points.
How about that? Florida Flag has 2 people above 30 points in this thriller versus the Mighty Oaks.
34 blue. Push. 2 shots.
Shane Prunty checks into the ball game and already picks up his first personal. He is the one West Coast kid on this team out of Beaverton, Oregon.
You're always rooting for the West Coast guys.
I love my West Coast guys. Shane, you're all right with me. 1:43 left to play, 127 to 112. Paco Dervishi from the stripe makes his shot. Mike Mona checks into the ball game for the flight. Terry Cleveland with a foot on the line.
I got 0.
Johnson, that's a tough rim out.
Yeah, that's a tough one. He's been getting the majority of his points from those floaters.
Under the basket, Travell Dickerson, his first points of the season. 129-114. Dervishi, left wing 3 is good. Dervishi with 11.
That's a good hit by the Mighty Yokes. Got to commend them for playing hard all the way through.
No go on the 3 from Cleveland. Dervishi, corner 3. Fouled.
Get on your feet. Let's go, Blue. 24.
129 to 117, 45 seconds left to go.
It'll be nice to see these 3 go down for the Mighty Oaks.
No good on the first one.
I jinxed it.
I hope you didn't just jinx it, Alvin.
Yeah. I won't talk about free throws for the rest of this game.
Second one up and good. There you go.
We'll stick to that.
Yeah, you'll forget about the free throws. Watch everything else. Beautiful rafters we got here.
Yeah, we got some nice lighting coming in.
I love the wood trim on the ceiling.
Yeah. I guess that didn't work either for us, Jesse.
Brandon Moss grabs the rebound as the ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Gainesville. 44 seconds left to go. Shane Prunty throws it off the leg of Dervishi. The inbound to Moss, who brings it across the half-court line. And it's over the rim when Moss touched it, so basket does not count. Look at that. 129 to 118, 38 seconds left to go in the ball game. It seems all but out of reach for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks at this point. And they did have a little run there in the fourth quarter, Alvin. What happened?
Oh, they had a run, but then they just stopped hitting their shots, and really the Flight started making theirs. That was the real testament, because the Flight started making their shots, and once they started making theirs, they kept their foot on their necks.
Brandon Moss double team. Now they throw it up top to Terry Cleveland. Cleveland sets up a three himself off front iron. Made three by Johnson. Shot clock is off, 9 seconds left to go. Shane Prunty brings it across the half-court line. Terry Cleveland with 5 seconds left to go in the ball game, well off to the right side. And man, you hate to see that.
That was a playoff P right there.
Oh man, but Terry Cleveland gets the steal on the inbound, and that will do it here for game one of the doubleheader. 129 to 123 is the final score. When we return, we'll have the post-game show for you here, and we will preview the next game. It's the Claremont Crocs and the Winter Park Storm coming up in just a second, but your final score. The Florida Flight win this one, 129 to 123. This is the FBA presented by YouTube and Facebook Live.
Unbelievable.
Poly Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning.
Welcome back to the post-game show here. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey. And Alvin, great win by the Florida Flight, who were trailing in the first quarter, and then they gave some leeway in the fourth, but they prevailed in the end, and they pretty much seemed to have a dominant lead all ball game. What was their key to the game that they completed successfully?
I'll give them 3. I'll say Brandon Moss, Grant Gullett, and I gotta say Elliot Clegg. But their real key was just being efficient on offense, getting good looks, and dominating, absolutely dominating the offensive boards. They got multiple possessions, and they were able to convert on those possessions.
Player of the game, who is it?
Toss up between Brandon Moss and Grant Gullett, but I would have to say Brandon Moss.
Brandon Moss ends up scoring 38 points in his first game back here in the FBA. And it was the first game for the Florida Flight this season, but both teams have a long road to go. And I don't doubt that we won't see these teams further down the line, maybe in late September in the playoffs. More to come between these two teams, we'll see. But to preview next game, we have the Winter Park Storm and the Claremont Crocs. Winter Park Storm have one of the tallest players in the league, standing 6'11", Patson Siame, who's going to be a menace down low. And the Claremont Crocs, who come in as an expansion team with the dynamic guard in Austin Mills. Alvin, what are you looking forward to in this next game?
I'm just looking forward to some great post play and some dynamic guard play. And hopefully we can have an exciting thriller in this one.
Claremont Crocs and Winter Park Storm coming up next, right here. It's game 2 of this FBA doubleheader right here on YouTube and Facebook Live.